What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And I guess since almost every single country is about to enter a lockdown and everyone's gonna have to self-isolate, it's never been more of a great time to watch YouTube videos and be with your console and just play video games all day, providing that there is still internet connection and that everyone being isolated, including the dudes that keep your broadband and your internet just running super smooth, don't also get isolated. And then there's a problem with the internet. I mean, you see, this can go south very quickly and could not be as good as it may seem, but we're gonna ignore that kind of stuff and just focus on the good stuff, that everything is gonna run smoothly. And that's why I wanted to make this video today, because we have some very cool things to talk about, and it's actually going towards a new Spider-Man game, the current Spider-Man game we have currently, which is just, I mean, we're showing it some love because there's some crazy things going about, and also about the Avengers game, because if you see the last video, just to give you a recap, I mean, you know, this whole virus stuff is not actually going down very good because E3 is no longer a thing. It's not happening this year. After that got announced, a guy who works over at Kotaku decided, hey, now would be a good time to come out and just tell everyone that, did you know WB Games are actually going to have a panel where they're going to announce, you know, a Harry Potter game, of course a Batman game, which is just absolutely mind-boggling, and then I think it was Rocksteady's game as well. And what that game is, there's a long list of just myths, but we were basically in for some really good stuff. And then we have, of course, Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics. I guess they're playing the smart game, which is the same game they've been playing for a very long time, where they tend not to say anything. So I guess, I don't know where we are, but I thought we need to show this game some love. Okay, now to kick this off, I want to talk about something I posted in my community tab about a week ago, which was by a guy called Chris over on Twitter, who posted up a GIF that says 2022. Of course, it's the Spider-Man logo. We're talking a Spider-Verse and so forth. Now, this got me thinking about a lot of things, and I know a lot of people were talking about, you know, Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie and all that kind of stuff, but I see something really good that what I think could play out in a good way, whether it be like a complete DLC separate pack, would be if there was a Spider-Man game, except it's literally in the Spider-Verse. I think that would be a very interesting storyline and just an overall fun game to be played, I guess. But like I said, it's not one of those things that, you know, have to be a game within itself. It could really work well as a DLC as well. Now, diving into the next thing before we do go back to this Spider-Man stuff, is about this Avengers game, and we haven't heard much about it, of course, as it stands. I mean, we're getting a lot, you know, closer to more information than we ever have been, which is always a good thing, but again, it's still close to minimal. And that being said, people forget about the game and so forth, so I thought maybe it's a great time now to kick up a thing where all of us can share ideas for this game, because I see this posted on Reddit that says, honestly, the one thing I want in this game is the ability to call suits towards you as Iron Man and not have them purely change from the menu. So, you know, these are little ideas that I think could work and would be really cool. I mean, in this case, he was talking about a Lego type of game, and he says, this is all I want from this game. Not super hyped for it since the live service reveal, but I would probably still buy it if you could do that as Iron Man. And I think, you know, small little features like this would be a really good, you know, touch to the game, and again, just make you something you're really excited for. But again, you guys get in the comment section below, share your ideas on things you really want to see in terms of gameplay features, really make it into the final version of this game. Now, man, sure, time does fly. Now, this was actually posted on the Spider-Man subreddit, and again, it's something I really wanted to show love to because it's still a great game. And we had over here by Chama, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which says 16 years of difference. And I mean, this is the same location, the same Spider-Man. We're going to 2002 Spider-Man game, exact same location, and then 2018 Spider-Man game. And I think, you really just have to show appreciation to this kind of stuff, because 16 years of difference is just absolutely mind-boggling. And again, that's 2018, we're now in 2020. It's crazy to think that this game is actually 2 years old already, and it's safe to say that I guess most of us decided to put it on the side, but when you see things like this, it really makes you want to dive back into that game and just mess around, because it really did give you that, I guess, sense of fun when it comes down to the free roam aspect of the gameplay. Now, it leads me on to the next one, which was actually posted again on the subreddit, and it's something that has been posted, I believe, before, just not something that I saw until now. So it's an advanced suit concept art. So of course on top we literally have essentially one type of concept in terms of color and so forth, and then below we have the actual final version. Now I think this is really cool, and the reason I really wanted to share it is because throughout, the years since this game has been released, one thing we have always seen is great concept suits for this game. And I mean, we see a really good one that had a lot of people talking, which essentially was a meme in the game, which then, just had a longer life to it, I guess, which is about Spider Cop, and we really had a lot of concept arts for that, and it really worked well. And I have said it literally for 2 years running, but I really hope that when we do get this next Spider-Man game, and going back to what I mentioned at the beginning of the video that Chris posted, if they're, I guess, smartly thinking now with a PlayStation 5 reveal, it's more than likely going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, 2022 could actually be a year we may see a new Spider-Man game. It could be a lot sooner than that. However, I mean, if you think about the time span between now and 2022 and things going on, I mean, it sounds far away, but it's not actually as far away as it sounds, if that makes sense. And what I really do hope they do in a situation with that game is just look over the years of community feedback, community concept, skins like this one here, and just really implement it into the game. I've always said not only will it be, a nice touch to add into the game, but it would definitely also get more people still playing the game, and it'll be a great way to really bring the community together in terms of designs and just being creative, because it seems like that's all we're about now when it does come down to these new games. A lot of developers are implementing community ideas, and I think it really is the way forward. But again, I want you guys to get in the comment section below. Now, the last thing I thought I would share is a very small little detail, but it really takes me back to, again, the Spider-Man PS4 days when people would find these really random things and just share it, and everyone would actually just find it really cool, whatever it may be. And this was actually, I guess, a bug or glitch, but someone who is called SoberKid420 said, found this NPC with a cool LED jacket, and I think it really does work well. Of course, I mean, it's definitely a glitch, that's for sure. It's definitely a bug, but it just works really, really well. And we know we had, the PlayStation 2 graphics people on the boat in this game as well, and it really just, I guess, seeing things like this, just remind you how good of a game that Spider-Man game really was. And it's just a shame that there's not as much content to, I guess, kick back in, to make the game alive again. But at the same time, I think it's important not to completely rinse one series, because, hey, with the next one, I would imagine they've learned a lot of things that they missed from the first one that could essentially make the next one a game that could last for a very, very long time, aka an online aspect. I mean, come on, we're in 2020. Right now, it really needs to be a standard. But guys, you get in the comment section below. Again, if you missed any of the previous videos, they will probably be on screen right now. But as always, leave your thoughts on the things we did discuss in this video, about the suit concepts, the 16 years different, and of course, I guess just where we stand with the Avengers games in terms of ideas. Leave every single cool idea that you would really think, make this game in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. And actually, one more thing before I do wrap this up, it probably will be going live at some point next week, but some of you may know this and some of you may not, but first of all, I'm actually creating a superhero book which you guys can actually be involved in and actually earn some money out of it in essentially what you contribute to the book. And secondly, I will be running another giveaway probably for the last week of March, where I team up with Instant Gaming, which we've been doing for the last 3 months, I guess, and you guys can select a game of your choice, and then, you know, at the end of the month I pick one of you guys, and whatever game you chose is the game you will get. So definitely keep an eye out for that stuff. It will also be posted in the community tab, but I will see you in the next video. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and until the next one, adios amigos.